wanted to refer back to it again. Okay, so just to get started, I'm Dr. Montgomery, and I'm the professor for this class. Glad you could make it. Welcome to A&M Commerce. This is a little strange, but you do what you got to do. I prefer face-to-face classes, but if you can't do that, this is the next best thing. So, how many of you have ever had astronomy class before? Has anybody had an astronomy class before? No. Not at all. Okay. Okay, so we're starting from scratch. You probably had a little bit of astronomy back in like middle school or something, right? Learned about the planets, stars, anything?
Kind of.
No.
A little bit. All right. All right. First of all, I'm Dr. Montgomery. I'd like to introduce Lauren Reyna. Lauren, can you say hi?
Hello.
Lauren is our what we call an SI, which is a supplemental instructor. She's paid to help you guys do well in this class, and she helps me as well. So she will be doing, she'll be a good resource. You can contact her for help with studying or help with assignments. She also is going to have a mandatory, you've probably heard about this because of you guys are part of the Rising Lions program, tutorial that you have to attend each week. And it's going to be Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Okay, so if you haven't marked that down, mark it down. It's going to be every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And during that time, she's going to help you with study habits, with making sure that you're keeping on top of things. One of the challenges with online classes is it's easy to get lazy and not keep up. Or when you have to go to class, it forces you to keep up. This way, you're going to have to force yourself to keep up every single day and do work. So, Lauren, do you have anything you want to add?
You're going to see a lot of modules, but don't panic. It's going to be fine. You're going to get through them all.
Okay. And she's correct. It seems like a lot, especially in the summer, because normally we have 15 weeks to get through all the material I cover. And while in the summer, we cram that down to 5 weeks. So each week in the summer is like 3 weeks during a regular semester. So there's a lot of material very quickly. You have to keep up, okay? And you have to remember when you're doing this, even though it's an online class, what you're going to do is you're going to watch videos, and you're going to watch videos of me lecturing. It's just like you're in class. You need to take notes, pay attention, and act like you're just in class even though I'm not there. I have some people that will just try to watch the video, but then they treat it like it's a TV show. They're eating food, they're walking out of the room, they're not really paying attention. That doesn't do you any good. You really have to pay attention, okay? All right, so I'm going to just do a couple quick things here just to show you how to log in and do all that. Lauren, tomorrow in her Tuesday 1 o'clock thing that you all need to be at, you're going to get an invitation today to be at the Zoom meeting tomorrow. She's going to give you more details about how to have an online class and how to succeed in that class. But I just want to show you a little bit of how it's done. So how many of you have logged in already and checked out the situation? Have you gone into seeing the class this morning?
Yes.
I don't think it opened for this morning, but you've already logged in and checked it out. Good. All right, I'm going to do a quick share screen here so you can see my screen. All right, can you see that?
Yes.
Are you seeing my screen? Okay. Mine might look a little different than yours because mine's the instructor, so it looks a little bit different. But mostly when you log into D2L, was that a question? Okay. You'll have up here in this little checkerboard thing, or I call it the tic-tac-toe thing. That's if you're taking more than one class, you click on this and it'll list all the classes. Now I have lots of classes. You won't have that many. You'll have a couple of classes, whatever classes you're taking at this time. And there'll be one that has, I don't know exactly what it says, but it says something like D2L help or academic technology or something. That's one you can click on that just helps you with understanding how to run D2L. How do I turn in assignments? How do I find things and stuff like that? Okay. So that's where you go. And so the first time you log in, it probably won't be on this class. And then just click on here and then go to Summer 2 Solar System. All right. And when it comes up, there'll be announcements here. I will keep adding announcements And so I always check this for the latest, newest announcements. Whenever I put up an assignment or things need to be done, I'll put an announcement about it. I'll also put announcements of when the first test is, what kind of other things, whatever else comes up, meetings that you may have to attend or anything like that. So check the announcements. Most of the stuff you're going to be doing first is over here under content. This is where all the videos are of the lectures. And if you see over here, so I have this, all the content here, this is all the material we're going to cover for the whole course. And yeah, it may seem a little intimidating, but that's because I just left it all open. Some professors will only open up like parts of it each week, and then you just don't see it until then. But I'm like, okay, if you want to go ahead, that's okay, as long as you're just ready when the tests are ready. Okay, I think our first test I have down for the 14th of July, which is a week from tomorrow. So things happen fast in this class. There's 3 tests and there's a final. And then there's also homework assignments on top of that. That'll all add into your grade. So things happen quickly. And so you got to stay on top of the class, especially in the summer. The way it is I'm looking at the first one. Like here, you'll go to the syllabus. This will just say syllabus. This is also where I'm going to put a link to this meeting that we're having here. So if I say something in this meeting, you're like, oh, I don't remember what he said, you can go to that. But the first one here, and I do have them in order. So this is the order I'm going to cover them through as we go through the class and when we get through the tests. So I've been looking at it today, and I think the material from syllabus all the way through eclipses, that's going to be on the first test next week. And then the second test will cover the history through the sun. And then the rest of it, the last part will be on the third test. And then there is a final for the class. The class final is a combination of questions from the other tests. Okay. Now let's just go to a typical one. Like here's a normal one. And you see it says link and link and link. Those are links to me lecturing. So let's just go to one here, like here's scale of the solar system. And if you click on it, it should work. It should come to a video. And it should be a video of me lecturing. So this is me lecturing. You see how I lecture. I lecture in front of a whiteboard, and I walk around a lot, and you just get used to me being weird up here, but that's what I do, okay? Play this and then pay attention. Remember, it's just like class. Take notes, watch it closely. Now the challenge is you're watching it when you want to watch it, so it's not live. So if you have questions, you're going to have to keep track of them and email me whatever questions you have, or you can email Lauren, and we will get back to you. So if there's something you didn't understand or you want to explain a little further, just email us. And emailing is the only way to really get a hold of us, okay, for a summer class. I am very good about answering my email during the week, but if you email me like on Saturday afternoon, I probably won't even look at it until Monday morning, okay? So I just want to warn you, don't expect me to watch my email all weekend. I don't expect you to be working continuously all the time either, so just realize that. Or if you email me at midnight, I'm probably not going to get to it until the next morning. I won't even look until then. So, you know, just to let you know, I will email you back as soon as I can, but I do have more reasonable hours, I guess is what I'm saying. But that's how it works, and you just hit play and you can watch the videos, okay? The videos, I don't make any of them very long. The longest they are is about 12 minutes. Okay, so they aren't very long, and they're actually linked to YouTube videos, so that's why you get all this other junk on here. Just ignore all that other stuff, the advertisements. But that's where all the content is. And so what you need to do is daily, you need to be kind of planning out, okay, how many I'm going to go through. So I'm going to go through these videos, and you have to make sure you're through this part, and I'll put this on the announcements, how much to be through by the first test. So if the first test goes through eclipses, you need to have gone through all this by next Tuesday, okay? And you need to watch the videos here before you attempt to do the homework. So homeworks are not going to make any sense if you haven't watched the video where I explain how to do that stuff. Like here, you need to watch through the celestial sphere. Notice there's 5 parts here. It's very long, okay? You have to watch all those before you go to the homework. Now, homework is done under activities. You go up to activities and you go to assignments. And here's the homework assignments. Now I've actually opened up these homework assignments so you can watch them, and you can do that today if you want. So you can get ahead of the game and get started. There's 2 homework assignments. These are the due dates over here. So make sure you're done by the due dates. I usually make the due dates at midnight or 1 minute before midnight. Yeah. And this would be the 9th, I think it's Thursday and Saturday or something like that. So you got time to do them, but you need to watch the videos before you do the homeworks. When you do the homeworks, you'll turn it in. This is a little bit tricky because most of the homeworks, what I want you to do is draw a picture showing, like when we're doing the celestial sphere, you have to draw a picture, what I call herb diagrams, and then you have to do it. And when you watch the videos, it'll make more sense. But when you do the assignment, you'll have to do the same thing. Well, you can't draw a picture on your screen and put it in as answer. So you're gonna have to do it on a piece of paper and then take a picture of that and then upload it as your assignment. Are there questions about that? The easiest way is if you get an app for your phone that converts your pictures to a PDF. And there are apps out there, there are free apps out there that can do that, okay? Or at least trial versions, which would probably enough trial to get you through the class, 5 weeks or something. And then you don't have to pay for it when they actually ask. But then when you upload it, you upload the PDF into the assignment and you just drag it and drop it on there. That sometimes is the trickiest part, is figuring out how to get your answers from like your phone or your piece of paper up to get where it gets graded. Are there questions about any of that?
I don't have a question, but a couple of the apps that you can download to scan your PDF, there's an app called Genius Scan, and then another one called Cam Scanner. And I have both of them because I've had to use 2 different ones for 2 different classes, but they're free. You don't have to have a subscription to use it, but you can write those down so you don't forget: Genius Scan or Cam Scanner.
Yeah, I've used both those 2 and they work well. Yep, work good. Also, when we get to the tests are going to be under activities. They're going to be under quizzes. I don't have anything in there yet because I haven't written the test yet, but this is where you'll go to find the first test. Now, D2L has a flaw, I found out in the spring, is that I want you to actually draw those same pictures you do for your homework on the for the test. But the test won't allow you to upload your PDFs. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the test over here, because the test has multiple parts. So there's going to be parts where there's pictures and you have to tell me what the picture is. And there's parts where are going to be multiple choice and then you just pick the answer. And there's parts where there may be a definition where you have to type out what the meaning of a word is. And then there'll be some problems like you did on the homework where you have to write it out on a piece of paper. So be careful. When you do the test, what you're going to do is you're going to do the test, you're going to do the problems on a piece of paper. You're going to use your app to upload it, but you can't upload it to the test. So under activities, you'll go back to assignments. I'm going to put an assignment under here that says test 1, and you're going to upload it here. It's a little tricky. I will explain that again when we get closer to the first test. But under quizzes, it doesn't allow you to upload a PDF. I don't know why, but it does. Questions about that? Okay. When you go to grades, you'll see your grades here. Pretty simple. Basically, the key is just doing all the work and keeping up. This class, you just have to keep up with it. Notice that when you go to the home page, which is the one you come up with here, any announcements will come up. And then down here under the calendar, it's going to tell you due dates for anything. And you see that these homeworks are already listed as being due on those dates. Don't miss the due dates for those homeworks. All right. I think Lauren's going to give you more details about this tomorrow, about how to do specific details or things with the D2L and how to make it work. Do you have any questions?
Will we have Zoom meetings every week, or is this just once a week?
Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to ask. Is I have office hours, which are 11 o'clock Monday through Thursday, which is the time this meeting is. But I've tried in the past saying, oh, I'll just have a Zoom meeting and people can join, and I find no students ever show up, and I was kind of like bored by myself. So I'm not planning on doing that, but I'm thinking what I'll do is just, if you have a question or you want me to explain something, just email me and I can create like a meeting immediately and we can just talk. So it's more of a one-on-one thing. It's kind of like coming to my office.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I think like before tests, we need to have a Zoom meeting where everybody's together to like review or discuss, we might do that still. I'm going to kind of just play it by ear and see how this goes. Okay. Question, any other questions? Okay. So the thing you need to do starting today is you need to start watching the videos and taking notes and make sure that you make note of the meeting tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'll send you all emails so that you can put that on your calendar and meet with Lauren tomorrow afternoon. And then if you have any questions while you're watching the videos or you don't understand anything, email me and I'll be glad to help. Lauren, is there anything else we should add that they might need to know? Lauren, are you still there? All right, this happens in video meetings sometimes. We lose people. Any questions from anybody?
No.
No.
No, you're good? All right, let me ask you a couple other things. Do you think this is going to be an easy class?
No. I think it's going to be an interesting class and we'll learn things in it. So that's exciting.
Okay. Are you excited for the class? Are you excited for starting college?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. Okay. All right. The only thing I can remind you is, you're on your own, especially when we're doing online classes. You have to put in your time every day. It's like, oh, most students are really good for the first few days, but then they start to get slack and they're like, oh, I'd rather go to the park or do something. And then they get behind and then it's hard to catch up. All right, Lauren, you're back. Do you have anything?
Yeah. No, sorry, my internet went out on me. I had to switch to my phone.
Do you have anything else that you think they should know right now before your meeting tomorrow? Yeah, now your phone is not working. It's okay. All right, that's all I have unless you have.
I'll try to start watching some of the recordings.
Yeah, the best thing to do today would be to start watching the video, start taking notes and starting to get a feel for how the class is going. And then if you have any questions, you can ask Lauren tomorrow and say, okay, how am I doing this? Or I don't understand what he's saying, or how am I going to make this work better? So I know it's hard to have questions right now because you haven't even started, most of you. So, okay. And please feel free to email me or Lauren. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you. This is not, oh, we've just put you out there and good luck. This is like, no, you try to learn through it. And if you're having trouble, come, email us. That's how we contact. Okay.
All right.
All right. Sounds great. Good luck.
Thank
and
you.
have fun.
Thank you.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.